So, welcome. Kind of a short, different video I'm doing here. It's mostly for the benefit of me kind of holding myself accountable. I would like to watch this a year from now in 2020 and say, wow, I accomplished all the goals I'm about to set. Or, like, wow, it's interesting to see, like, how I was thinking this or this happened. And, like, so basically this is kind of just a video for me, but I also thought, I might as well upload it, kind of keep me accountable, and kind of just share my reflection on the year, my goals and shit. It's a different approach to the video. If you guys aren't interested, that's okay. But so basically, 2020, it's January. Hopefully this video is up by January 1st. I'm recording it January 1st. We're starting off the year great. New hairstyle. Thank you, Kaylee. Much love. As for 2019, I would say 2019 was probably my favorite year, but also like one of the worst years I've ever had. It's very mixed. It literally went right down the middle because I would say January through like July, maybe, like early August, were absolutely like the most, like, some of the best times I've had. Summer was kind of rough for reasons, but there was still a lot of good to it. And then, wow, like this senior year track, I was definitely the most fun, arguably. Definitely hitting some of the fastest times I've ever hit. It was overall just really great. I was just having great times with people. Just and just everything in general. Like grades were up. Like the first half of this year, 2019 was like, it was great. Like probably the best time I've ever had. And then we get to the second half of 2019, like kind of after, it was after Lollapalooza, basically. Kind of started to go a little downhill for a number of reasons. I will keep those to myself. But the point is, wasn't great. The second half of 2019 was just pretty miserable at times. Just not a fun time. Just not great in general for me. Getting into one of the reasons why the end of the year was kind of so bad for me, the second half, running was pretty horrible, and I would like to openly just say that. I would say I probably did put in the most mileage this year, which I was good with. I had some decent workouts at times, but overall, I made some mistakes, and I'm aware of them. Some kind of obvious to people, some not, but I know what I did. I'm not saying that's the only reason why I did bad. I think just this year for running in general, it was pretty rough, Definitely this year as a whole, though, the second half was probably one of just the best learning experiences I've probably ever had, honestly. So even though it's been a rough last 6 months or so, I have learned a lot, and I do appreciate that. So I'm going to use that going forward. But yeah, running was pretty rough. Times were just not where I wanted to be. I was just, again, that just goes hand in hand with me just being kind of fucking miserable for a number of reasons. It's going to sound so ominous every time I say that. If you know, you know, dog. But yeah, basically for running, just was not where I wanted to be. Like, I feel like at times, like, I really, like, I'd say, summer, it was kind of, I probably could have done a lot more. But as for the season, I think I did. I think I worked hard, but obviously I also made mistakes along the way, and it kind of just conflicts each other. And then, I was just failing and failing and failing and failing. I would just have all these failures, and it would just keep hitting me. Like every time I kept failing, I would just get sunken deeper in like this mental hole that I just like wasn't good enough, and I was not going to be what I ever could have been. You know what I'm saying? It sucked because I knew I had a lot of people that were rooting for me and stuff, and luckily some of them still are, most of them I would say, and I do appreciate them, and that is why I'm taking next year for them and for myself. And I'm going to try and literally do, like, I've learned, guys, I'm going to literally do everything in my power to make this like my year for running. I'm just going to work my ass off, and I will continue to until I accomplish my goals. I will publicly say my goals. Like I would like to be. I have cross country as of the time of recording this video. It's pretty far away, so I'm not concerned about that yet. But as for track, I have very big goals in mind. I'm hoping I can pull through with them. I have been putting in a lot of workouts and a lot of mileage the last couple weeks to just get a head start. Like I really do just really want to be great this year. I owe it to, again, the people that have been there rooting for me. I owe it to myself. I owe it to the new coach. I just owe it to people. You know what I'm saying? And I am prepared to, do that. I'm prepared to do anything to do that, And again, it sucked that running and kind of just other than running too, just everything in the last, half of the year has been, it's just not been good, I really feel like, I'm like just at the bottom again. And I will say, over, winter break so far, it's like 3 weeks in right now, there's like another week or two left. I have been reunited with a bunch of people, and it makes me so happy, and I really feel like I get to be myself again, and it just makes me so happy. And my approach, kind of moving aside from running, because I'm not going to try to focus on that the whole year, or the whole video. Kind of moving on, I have other goals too. I've only had about 3 jobs, and they're kind of just been summer jobs, but I would like to have a job going into February. I would like to have my own, probably apartment or something like that. June, July, that would be ideal. Yeah, like stuff like that, My grades, I would really like to get those up for next semester. That's a big thing. And just, the next couple of years. And I'm really, and again, people that I've been talking to, the last couple weeks stuff really know, like, I am going to surround myself with just the people that I need to surround myself with. If that means just coming home every weekend, to be with, like people from other colleges or people that are home, like I will do that because, I have been blessed with a great group of people, and I am, just gonna surround myself with those people, I feel like that's what I need to do, so I'm going to do it. For YouTube, I'll include YouTube as something. Basically, I would like to hit 1,000 subscribers next year. When I hit 1,000, I will be releasing merch. I will be uploading the podcast channel. I'm very excited for the podcast. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 because when I get to 1,000, I get to do all this stuff. But I'd like to at least have like 1,000 followers of the fan base, or whatever you want to call it, subscribers. The fan base, that sounds so fucking dumb. I would like to have like that. I feel like that's a good number where I can at least get started and stuff. I really want to release merch. I really want to have this fucking podcast. I feel like it'd be great. Another thing going into, if you notice, like, I think from, I don't know if this is exactly right, from August to like October, I uploaded like 2 videos. And then from like October to now, I've uploaded like 10, 12, something like that. So I've definitely gone up in uploads. It probably could have been even more, but November and December I've just been cranking it out because it's just like, I like creating videos again. It's exciting to me. I have ideas I'd like to do. So yeah, I would like to get a lot more videos out throughout the year. If I can get about 4 or 5 videos a month, I feel like I don't even know if that's a lot. I feel like that would be a good amount. Like if the time is right, 3 minimum, and then like 6 max. That would be probably ideal for like the amount of videos I want to get up. And I would just say, I have had some good videos this year, and I have had some recently bad videos. Some bad videos that I would just like to point out, and I'm sorry for that. I'm aware it was pretty bad, but again, one of them I had to delete because I just like, Jesus Christ, I just can't. So thank you to the people that it's for the best. I needed, oh my God, it's whatever. If you know, you know, basically. It's ominous as fuck. So I don't know, I think I'm around like 10 minutes right now. I think I'm gonna stop here basically. But yeah, would love to get the job, would love to get the grades up, would love to just, happiness is the key. That's the big thing, running, obviously, I have very big goals, and I'm literally prepared to do everything I can to try to make it up. I've been pretty consistent with my running throughout the years. Out of shape kid in 7th grade, boom, and then I just worked my ass off 8th grade, and then from there it's just been kind of like, I improved every year basically, which I just thought was like a thing, like I was pretty consistent, likely improving. This was the only season I went down, and I probably went down a lot more than I should have. So again, I feel like I'm starting to get back on track. Everything's going pretty great. The new hairstyle, guys. I'm very excited for 2020. And Dono, if you're watching this next year, I hope you did everything you said you would. Thank you guys if you wanted to watch this. I appreciate it. Just appreciate. I appreciate you. Probably. I might hate you. Who knows? Depends. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope we have a great 2020.